Lesson 5.0 is order of operations. Our essential question today is how do I use the order of operations to evaluate an expression? We have several vocabulary words. The very first vocabulary word today is what is a numerical expression? A numerical expression is a math sentence with numbers and operations. For example, 20 minus 5 plus 2 is a numerical expression. What is an algebraic expression? An algebraic expression is a math sentence with numbers, variables, and or operations. Example is 2x plus y. Another example is a, b plus c. So sometimes you may not see any numbers, but just know that really this is implied as 1a, b plus 1c. Our third vocabulary word, what is an exponent? An exponent is used in a power to show repeated multiplication. So 4 to the third power means that 4 is our base and 3 is our exponent. So what that means is 4 times 4 times 4, which is 64. When we work with order of operations, we have a lot of grouping symbols. So what are the different types of grouping symbols? They include parentheses, nested parentheses, a fraction bar, and a square root. So examples of all of these, we have 3 times our quantity, 4 plus 5, in parentheses. Nested parentheses are parentheses in parentheses. So you've got the 5 minus 6 in parentheses, and then we have the 4 plus the quantity 5 minus 6 in parentheses, and then we take that and we multiply by 3. A fraction bar means that we're going to do all of the things in the numerator separately from the things we do in the denominator. When we're done with that, we then divide the two answers. And our square root is taking a square root of, let's say, 100 minus 51. So again, first that, 100 minus 51, which would be 49, and then square root of that number. So what are the order of operations? Well, the order of operations tells you the order in which you will evaluate an expression. So it tells me what I should do first, second, third, and so on. The little mnemonic device that goes along with the order of operations is please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Now, while I love this because it reminds me to do please, parentheses, or grouping symbols first, that's our E exponents. This is what I don't like. It's the my dear and Aunt Sally. Now, my and dear stand for multiplication and division. Aunt Sally stands for addition and subtraction. But the thing that we have to remember about these is that you have to do these from left to right. In other words, you can't do multiplication, then division. If division comes first, left to right, then you do that. So let's take a look at these examples, and I can show you the difference between the correct way and the incorrect way. The incorrect way would be to do my dear. So do the multiplication first. If we have 12 divided by 6 times 4, if we only knew please excuse my dear, then we'd probably be tempted to do the m multiplication 24, and then take 12 divided by 24, which would be 1/2 or 0.5. The correct way to do this is to do multiplication and division from left to right. So same problem, but we're going to do the division first since it's left to right. So 12 divided by 6, which is 2, and then multiply by 4, which is 8. Obviously, you can see these answers are very different. Let's take a look at the addition and subtraction. Again, if I were doing this problem, 12 minus 6 plus 4 incorrectly, I would do the addition first. So 6 plus 4 is 10, and then I would do 12 minus 10, which would give us 2. Now let's do this the correct way. Addition and subtraction from left to right. 12 minus 6 plus 4 means to do 12 minus 6, which is 6. Add 4 to that, which would give us 10. That's the correct answer. All right, let's go ahead and evaluate some numerical expressions. Our first example is 7 times our quantity, 3 minus 1 plus 5, plus 24, divided by 2 to the third power. So let's do the please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Please is the parentheses, so I'm going to do the parentheses first. In the parentheses, I have addition and subtraction. we just talked about doing addition subtraction from left to right. So I'm going to do 3 minus 1, which is 2, and then 2 plus 5, which is 7. So I have 7 times 7 plus 24 divided by 2 to the third power. Now I'm going to go over here and do my exponents. 2 to the third power means 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. So 7 times 7 plus 24 divided by 8. Now I'm going to do my multiplication and division from left to right. So I'm going to do the multiplication and division from left to right. 7 times 7 is 49. 24 divided by 8 is 3. And last but not least, I'm going to add 49 plus 3, which is. In my next example, I have this fraction bar, so I want to make sure that I am addressing that fraction bar and going kind of all the way across here. So I'm going to simplify in the top part, separate from the bottom part. The top part, I have parentheses, so I'm going to do negative 4 plus 3 times. Then I'm going to address this 2 plus negative 8. I'm going to replace that with a negative 6. And then I'm going to keep going on the top. So I've got now multiplication. Negative 4 plus 3 times negative 6 is negative 18. And then I'm going to add negative 4 plus negative 18, which is negative 22. And down here on the bottom, I have 6 minus negative 5, which really means 6 plus positive 5, which is 11. And then last but not least, if I take this last part here and do negative 22 divided by 11, I get negative 2 for my answer. In my third example, I'm going to work with parentheses first. And I have some fabulous little nested parentheses right here. So I'm going to work those nested parentheses from the inside out. Meaning, I'm going to do negative 3 minus 1 first. Negative 3 minus 1 is negative 4. Then I'm going to take negative 4 squared, which means negative 4 times negative 4, which is positive 16. And then I'm going to add 10, and that's all just in my parentheses. So 16 plus 10 is 26. Now I can take 4 times 26 minus the square root of 18 plus 7 plus 2. I also have this 18 plus 7, which is a grouping symbol, similar to the idea of parentheses. So I'm going to do 18 plus 7, which is 25, and I want to take the square root of that, which is 5. So now I have 4 times 26 minus 5 plus 2. I'm going to do my multiplication first, 4 times 26, which is 104, minus 5 plus 2. And then I'm going to work from left to right since I have addition and subtraction left. 104 minus 5 is 99, and 99 plus 2 is 101. My next example, I'm going to take a look at this part right here. We have those nested parentheses. So we're going to, or not nested parentheses, we have that fraction bar. So we're going to deal with the fraction bar first. And we're just going to leave this alone over here. So let's do negative 25 minus negative 10 means plus positive 10 over negative 5. And if I do negative 25 plus 10, that would give me negative 15 over negative 5. And if I do negative 15 divided by negative 5, that will give me a positive 3. So now I have 1 minus negative 7 plus 3. I'm going to continue my work over here. I'm going to change that 1 minus negative 7 to 1 plus positive 7. Then add 3 to that. 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. And here we have our last example. Our last example has to do with fractions. Don't let that scare you. We're just going to start with our division here first. You know that when we divide fractions, we really multiply by the reciprocal. So we've got negative 4/5 times the reciprocal of 5/3, which is 3/5. If I multiply that out, I get negative 15/20, which I could simplify. But I think I'm going to keep it as is for now. And I'm going to do the subtraction. So 3/2 minus negative 15/20, and then I'm going to add that. And then I'm going to work from left to right. So I'm going to turn this 3/2 into 20ths by multiplying and making that 30 over 20. I'm going to change this minus into plus, the opposite of negative 15/20, which would be positive 15/20. And then I'm going to add 2 to that. And I'm going to go ahead and add those fractions. I've got 30 20ths plus 15 20ths, which is 45 20ths. And then I'll add 2 to that. And then I'm going to go over here and do 45 20ths plus 40 20ths. Keep in mind that 40 20ths is the same thing as 2. Add those together, I get 85 20ths. And then if I simply divide both sides, or both numerator and denominator by 5, I get an answer of 17/4. Or if it makes you feel better to put it as a mixed number, you could start with that. If you want to write it as a decimal, you can also do that. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.